I will be assisted by Koluba Zeze, and our special guest this morning is Youth and Sports Minister Zeogar Wilson. He's already in studio, but let me welcome Koluba Zeze. Koluba, good morning.
Morning, Varley. Good to be here.
Great. Minister, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Marvin. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Koluba will kick this off.
Okay, so Minister, welcome the 2022-2023 National County Sports Meet cut off. There were a lot of speculation that the event would be postponed and what have you. There were a lot of naysay and what have you. But on the 17th, we went Buchanan and we saw the official start of the competition. We are into the second round. From your organization point of view, how was it so far in the first round?
Well, thank you for having me this morning. I'm glad to be here and Happy New Year to each and every one of you in the studio. Well, let me first of all give God the glory and thank His Excellency Dr. George Manuel who has continued to inspire us to do the best we can. He's always told us to do our best, not more than our best. And God's willing, we're able to commence the first round of the county meet. Let me also use this occasion to extend our thanks and appreciation to Estella Mittel, who, through whose sponsorship, we were able to get some funding to the counties to get the first round of the county meet started. By all indications, the first round of the county meet, the preliminary rounds, went very well. County meet is now void of any mishap, so we all understand that. By and large, to a greater extent, the first round was good. And we are now in Monrovia for the second round, beginning with the basketball version today, and then comes Saturday, the football and kickball version continue in the quarterfinals. So I think we are on course, and thanks to the government for providing initial amount of 200,000, and we hope to get the balance this week.
Okay.
So I think we are ready to make sure that the county meet continues and successfully.
Starting up today is the basketball version. Some part of last week there were counties that were saying they will not come, they are not interested, they don't have money. Where are we? Have you getting commitment from them?
Well, the thing is, there are rules and regulations governing the National County Sports Meet that each and every county participated into. Under those rules, we have 5 events: basketball, kickball, football, volleyball, and athletics. But due to some financial constraints from the counties again, we decided to limit the activities to 3: basketball, kickball, and football. And this is not something that we'll be negotiating with Superintendent Janje Pape and Florence Brandy, who have led this rebellion against basketball being the county league. And so counties have, in fact, we have 10 counties that have picked up their jersey. Now, you cannot change the rules in the middle of the game. You cannot receive sponsor money. You cannot receive sponsor jersey. And the sponsors know how many events we're supposed to participate into. And you, head of the superintendent council, you are a leader. Instead of being professional in what to do, you got to issue, you meet your Minister of Internal Affairs, which is a boss. You meet the Minister of Youth and Sports, because we both jointly implement the county meet. Come to us and let's discuss if there are any concerns. That's what people do. But just spewing things out in the chat room, we're not going to come. But trust me, we are very clear. There will be severe consequences on counties who don't show up, especially those who are verbally expressed in the county in the chat room, coming from Superintendent Jage Bape and Florence Brandy and others. We are watching. Today the county meets us. And if they don't show up with their counties,
And Basa should be playing today.
Basa is playing today. If Basa does not show up, or any other county for that matter, my colleague and I, we are very clear on that, Minister Sully. There will be severe consequences. This is a national government deliverable. The county meet is meant to unite us, not to divide us. So we stand by that. You take people money, you wearing all the jerseys they are wearing, and you see the jersey with the logo on it.
Yeah.
Ask any country, they pay for it? No. It came from sponsors. And you will take the people money, take that material, and you tell me, oh, we're not going to come to play basketball. Government give money. Whatever government give is subsidy to the county. Look at county like Grand Bassa County. They receive 15,000 from government. Besides that, no, 17,000 from government.
Okay.
Besides that, Accelerator get Grand Bassa County 7,500 United States dollars additional. And you complaining?
And there where I was coming, Minister, for you to kindly break down the sponsorship support to the counties for adequate preparations. How are they adequately sponsored to prepared so that they don't forfeit some of these games?
Well, the issue is this. We are the government entity, Ministry of Youth and Sport Education, and the Internal Affairs. We are cognizant of the fact that the funding that government provides for county meet is inadequate to carry out the county meet.
Okay.
That is why we go for sponsorship. We look for sponsors to help us. The bulk of the money we receive go to the counties and referees.
Okay.
There are many other things. Colbert knows. There are many other things. We are doing right now. The gym is being prepared for the county meet. We are doing marketing. We are doing branding there. All those things go behind the scene. So we look for sponsorship for our county to supplement government. Each county is responsible to do the same because what government give counties are just subsidy. There are businesses in these counties that they need to go to. Each of them get a social corporate responsibility. They don't do it. All they do, they tell the crowd, oh, government will give you more money. Government provided you subsidy. Look, 1985, when I played for county in the first half of Magibi County, do you know where we were camping, Magibi? We're at Dupo Road to an unfinished building. They have mattresses on the floor. We were there.
And you didn't complain?
No, Magibi County was out there looking for money. In fact, they launched a dollar rally with the citizens.
At that time, government was not pumping.
Well, government was giving money, since something government was giving, but government gave subsidy. The bulk of the response, the rest of the counties.
So unless you innovate ways to...
Exactly, the superintendents. They don't wait till December to engage businesses. Go to the business to do your budget for the county meet. You know every year what you spend. Start engaging all the businesses in your various counties. Even if somebody give you $500, multiply 500 about 10, 15%, giving it to you. But they don't want to do that. Most of them will wait and say, oh, the government's supposed to give us money for the county. I proposed last year that government should give each county at least 50,000. Everybody embraced it. Even the speaker said we should up that to 100,000. Well, the power of the purse rests with the legislators. When the budget went in there, that didn't take place. I'm hoping that they can put such an amount in the budget for the counties, but the counties should not be making issue with government is doing her best to provide what it's supposed to provide. Even this year, since I became minister, from the government side, each county is expected to receive 18,000. That is the highest amount we are giving counties. Last year we get up to 13,500. We have 5 disciplines. We're giving you 18,000. We're going to give you 18,000 this year with 3 disciplines. And some county superintendent is complaining we aren't bringing it in. No.
And Minister, some of the counties, I know, on paper they will say you'll be penalized for this, but the political aspect will always come to for your hands. you may not be able to take action against Janji Vakbe or the Maserati superintendent if they decide not to participate.
Watch and see.
What is the exact
Watch and
penalty?
Huh?
What is the exact penalty for them?
We're not going to say it now, but let us show what to
But
do.
politics will play in.
I can assure you that the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Internal Affairs are resolved.
It could be summoned by the caucuses
I
of
will
the counties.
appear and make my position very clear. The issue here will be a nation of laws and not of men. We are into a competition. We are a battle into this. If for any reason counties believe there's a reason why they don't want a particular discipline that they ought approve, there is a professional and better way to approach the organizer, meaning the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Internal Affairs, especially the Ministry of Internal Affairs being your boss, the counties, and for a superintendent to be defiant and posting in the chat room, but county Bassa is not going to come, no county is going to come. Well, 10 counties have picked up that jersey, and I can guarantee you, there will be no amount of political pressure that will come to me, to bear on me, to not act against those counties who will not show up. There is one thing, if you meet us and we talk and find an amicable solution, then for you to be defiant to a rule you already accepted. Like I said, you took the people money. You wearing the people jersey, and you come and say, I'm not going to come to play.
So what is their issue?
Well, I hope you can ask Superintendent Janja Bape and Superintendent Florence Brandy, who are leading this rebellion. You can ask them. As far as we are concerned, we have 5 events. We cut it to 2, to 3 because of financial issue. They have been funding for it, and I don't know why they are protesting against this. But there is a better way to address your concern than to be rebellious and defiant.
Rebellious is a strong word.
Well, I don't know no other way to put it.
Okay, Minister, let's make progress.
Yeah. Before that, I think it's 8 or 9 years ago, the same Maserati were banned by the Sports Ministry. That you were not there. The previous government, they were banned by the Sports Ministry for violating. They said 3 years, but before the end of the year, well, they were pardoned.
Well, I guess they're not learning a lesson.
They could be pardoned.
Well, we have not specifically said people will be bound or not bound. But what I said, and I repeat, there will be consequences.
Okay.
And those consequences that will be imposed on the candidate that will not participate today will not be reversed by enemy. Only one person in this country can make me reverse a decision, is the president whose confidence I enjoyed.
Okay. Minister, let's look at the theme for the county meet. What is the theme?
A nation celebrating 200 years of existence, promoting the peace through women's sports participation.
What is the interpretation?
That's why it says we are celebrating 200 years of existence as a country. We're fostering the peace and security of our country through women's sports participation. We always focus, while it is true we've been having women participating, but we have not focused on them that much. And we thought, given this bicentennial edition of the National County Sports Meet, how letting women participation in sports, in fostering the peace is very, very important. That's why we added that phrase there. It's very, very important. Let people know that we're not going to leave the women behind anymore. What men can do, women can also
So
do.
that's why you have a female as the chair of the organizing committee.
For the first time, we have a female chair of the National County Sports Meet. It's the Deputy Minister for Administration, which is Adrian Smith Forbes. She is the chair of the National County Sports Meet this year. And that's the first time we had a female.
So,
Women empowerment.
that's great. So you mentioned the APM terminal. What are other sponsors coming to scratch your back?
Well, our sponsor base has already dropped this year, but thankfully we continue to maintain some of our traditional sponsors. I believe we have APN Terminal, we have Excel Mitel, we have Liska, we have NASCO, Dust Belt. We're looking forward to Lucky Famous, and a few others. Some cash, some in kind, other give other prices like May of the Marsh. There's a company whose name I can't quite remember now, but so we got quite a few, but we thankful that at least our traditional meaningful sponsors continue to. This year, unfortunately,
Yeah, one of your
we
traditional
could
sponsors.
not have Orange to be
Orange,
part of
Why?
the county meet. Well, we could not agree on the terms of the sponsorship. So I hope that after the county meet, we re-engage and see where we had those hurdles. We can try to trash them out so that because Orange has been a very good partner to the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And it's unfortunate that we couldn't forge a partnership this year, but all is not lost. We definitely continue to engage them because they have been a very true and committed partner to the ministry and the government vis-a-vis. So we're re-engaged.
So as the tournament progresses, sponsors can still chip in. You can still get sponsorship.
Oh, yeah,
While you
yeah.
progress.
Absolutely.
Okay.
People want to come because sponsorship come in different shapes and form. So yes, those are still open.
Who determines where you go with your sponsorship? Where I go with my sponsorship, for example.
Well, it depends what you want to do and what the costs involved in sponsorship. So right now we are in the quarterfinals, and if a sponsor comes and say, "Look, I need more visibility," then we see the possibility. Where can we make you more visible in the process? And then we work with you on that, because we're not going to let money go.
Let's talk about the participants, the counties. If they should find their own sponsors, do you support that?
Oh, but that's what you're saying. If you get your sponsor to support your county,
Individual counties?
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Every how you call it? Every county can reach out to businesses to support the county team. Look, when I was playing, like Grand Bassa County, let me come to Bassa County. Lamco was a prime sponsor of Grand Bassa County county team. And those days, if you saw Grand Bassa County coming, just their appearance of a Lamco, they are providing the jerseys, taking care of them, So the various counties can go to
Businesses.
sponsor businesses in that thing. They want to sponsor, and they can work out a deal if they want to get our involvement so that we don't overlap. Because there are certain things that we do. Like for instance, part of our sponsorship with Estella Mittal is that all of the counties supposed to warm up in Estella Mittal t-shirt. With it. Now,
With a big.
so let's say if Nima County got Jungle Water, should I say, one of the sponsors of Nima County, and Jungle Water said, "Look, we need you to wear our jersey to warm up." Well, Nima County can reach out to us. So the t-shirt that we provide for the county to warm up for Estella Mittal, we can put Jungle Water logo on it too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We can all try to work on these things in the kind of
To
way.
reconcile.
Exactly. So it's not something that's in stone. We are open and prepared to work with any county that gets a sponsor that feels that they want to do something for the county. That's what we're looking for.
The bottom line is you want to empower the county.
Exactly. Once you do all your planning on time and you get people to sponsor you, even if that person giving you good money and they want like their logo too on the jersey, and we work together in time, I'm sure we can find a way to put our company logo on the jersey too, because that's empowering the county. And these are things we have been asking the county to do over and over again, because government only provides subsidy. They need to find money for themselves. And to find money, either go to your development fund through the caucus, or you can either reach out to businesses to support the county team.
Why they are not doing this? You think they are just lazy?
Well, I can't be judgmental of people. As a journalist, I think you need to invite the superintendent and ask them why they can't go for sponsorship, and they will explain to you.
But you're encouraging them to do that.
I've always done that, and every time I get on the radio, I've been talking about businesses, and especially in Maserado, the superintendent complained that the businesses are cooperating. Once you go this place, they say youth and sports there. How many companies we get here?
But then you get issued there.
No, we got issue.
Because anywhere they come, they say, "Well, they are passing it."
That is not accurate because we have traditional sponsors. Like NASCAR is our sponsor, right?
Yeah.
Why do you want to go to NASCAR? AP and Timberlake is our sponsor. Why you want to go AP and Timberlake? Ask the
Well, the
question.
people are already there.
But they're the most of the content. I'm sure there are over 1,000 businesses here. So why do you want to pick the ones you know they are traditional sponsors
Oh, they can't do it.
of the country? Go to other businesses. There are so many other businesses here that you could go to.
All right, Minister, let's talk about, the stadium. The SKD Sports Complex is the host, the venue for the quarterfinals and the second phase of the competition. Recent times, organizations have put in, they want to use the stadium, and this ministry said, no, we are not ready for that. Is it ready for, I know a couple of months ago, Sierra Leone played games here and other games took place. But are we ready for the usage of the SKD? Because it's a football or sports facility.
So I'll say this, Mary. Firstly, thank you for bringing up the question, and let me be very clear on this medium. There will be absolutely, on our watch, there will absolutely be no political activities at the Samuel Kanyando Sports Complex. At the stadium, there will be absolutely no political activities there. Secondly, there will be absolutely no concert because we cannot build any stage on that turf. You were there when the field were 10 were called over. You heard Greenfield tell us our do's and do not. So that is clear. I'll repeat, no political activities, no concert on that complex.
What about graduation?
There will not be none as well. Whatever requires you to build a stage is not going to happen at the SKD Sports Complex. We have to maintain the facility. You know how we got cursed out. When we're bound, we are working our ways through, and therefore those things that will cause us to have problem, we are not going to do them anymore. Now, whether the facility is ready for the county meet, I would say to some extent, yes.
Okay.
You say it's a sporting facility. Though renovation work is still going on, it's not complete. But I think we can manage the National County Sports Meet because the pitch is ready, the dressing rooms are ready, the bucket seats are all installed, the bathroom are all there except for the partition. And we are asking all the spectators that will come to the stadium. Government used taxpayer money to renovate this field. The taxpayers themselves have to help government to maintain the facility. During these events, when they go to the bathroom, we are appealing to them, please don't try to take down our mirrors. Please don't try to loosen the faucet to take it away or something. Just go do what you can do, get up quietly, and we have our staff. They're monitoring because right after the game, the tournament, the renovation work will continue so that we can finish. We are told CAF is expected to come by the end of the month to do inspection. We are hoping that we can get all of this done, but I think the field is ready, and we will make sure that even in the dressing room, there will be checklists. So anything that goes in the dressing room, there will be checklist. After you leave, will be checklist. Anything that is damaged, this team will be responsible to repair, to get intake.
Are they aware of that?
Oh yeah, we communicated, and they'll be communicated too, because we have to maintain what you met in the dressing room. When you go in the dressing room, you meet it the way you met it, leave it like that.
Okay.
Don't break anything, don't break the shower, don't break anything. So we'll be having our stadium management team do a checklist with the participating teams, making sure that everything is intact. We have to maintain the facility. We have to make sure that the government, the taxpayer are the one who want the football field.
Oh, yeah.
So they must help us maintain the place. They shouldn't going to be breaking things around, So we do our best. All over.
So that means you have in place regulations. Fans going to that field.
When you say regulation, what do you mean?
Well, you're just not going at will and just be loitering around.
Well, everybody go to that stand and take their seats. There will not be a time for you to loiter around.
I mean,
your own stand.
You have put in bucket seats.
Yeah.
So how do we sit in these bucket seats?
Well, our tickets, we're working on making sure the tickets are numbered.
Okay.
So that because the bucket seats are numbered.
Yeah.
So that you go to your seat based on your numbering. And into the players, the player used to use gate 15. Gate 15 would be closed a lot. Nobody will have access because even the track, we got to minimize the number of vehicles that get on the track. So all the players will come through the mix zone.
Okay.
To right to gate 17, I believe, right?
Yeah.
The mix zone there when they will all use now to enter the stadium with our team. That those day where team will come through gate 15 and be riding around the track. No, we're not going to allow that. You're going to use a mix zone. The bus will bring right in mix zone. You get that, go to your team room, and then after the game, you come through the mix zone, go right back, and we have, I believe they got gate 18 and 19 now for all of the participating teams there where they will go be seated. So with the tag, of course, to identify them. So we try to put in place some, more structure. Every year the county will bring something new to make it better for each and every one of us.
I'm sure you're going to be using this event, to see how this stadium is managed when we have international games because there were FIFA, CAF, they really got the interest. How you go about controlling the crowd and the crowd movement and what have you? What is there for security? How is it?
Well, in addition to our national police, we also have Zeogar again to help us. And again, I want to appeal to the spectators: don't get vexed and try to root out our pocket seats. Because again, we all got to maintain the facility. It's not just the major youth sports staff. Each and every, if you found one of your friends, you sitting down by, you try to misbehave, tell them to stop. So we hope that our security people, the National Police, Zeogar Security, and our own security administration, youth and sports, will work together to make sure that we can, like I said, it's a test case. Firstly, the capacity of the stadium has reduced.
Yeah.
So we got to see how that works, for future international game. And there will always be a lesson learned from these activities. So we are hoping.
How are you going to do the security, especially because when games are on, when the spectators are not maybe having the game go their way, they want to throw things on the page. Maybe they will be tempted to remove the bucket seat. How are you planning your security in the stands, or they're going to be around the perimeter?
Well, we don't have plans to have people in the various stands, and that is why we are encouraging each of us to be good and productive citizens. If you're sitting down by Koluba Zeze, just an example, and you see Koluba is upset because Lofa Kante is being led, and he wants to root up the bucket seat. I have a responsibility. Then he said, Mama Koluba, stop that, don't do it. You invest because they're beating Lofa ball. Please. They still are protected.
I call by a loafer. You can change your profile photo to loafer player.
So the spectators, they will have to be security for
security,
you.
For each because that's their money. That get the stadium, the 2.2 million so far government has spent on that stadium to renovate it. That's taxpayer money. Those that will come to the field are taxpayer, majority of them. So we all got to protect the facility. So, people go on the field with their friend, their family, and we see somebody acting disorderly, you have a responsibility.
We have disgruntled people. I'm
It is
really
a
worried.
challenge.
If you don't have
It is
people
a
in the
challenge.
stand,
But we never have people in the stand before. With the bucket seat there, the movement is kind of is a little tedious now than when the bucket seat was not there. We're not there. So, but look, we have to be good citizens. It is difficult, it is tedious, but we have to start somewhere.
Yeah, Minister, what is the instruction to the security people? Because let's take for example, Lofa. I mean, I know you watching, looking for big games. Let's say Lofa, Grand Bassa, Bon County. These counties playing. The excitement at a certain point in time in the game, security people may turn their focus to the game and forget these spectators. What is the instruction to the security people?
Well, the thing is, security have to provide security for the event. You got to make sure that everyone at the event is protected. We all get carried away. Security people are human beings too. They get counters. Probably when the game get to a point, everybody enjoying the game, everyone gets carried away. But as long as people are not engaged in violent behavior because of the excitement, I don't think we should worry about that because this is a sporting event. There will be excitement. Security people, they are human too. They get accounted, they support. They will get carried. Exactly. They will get carried away one way or other. But as long as whatever is occurring, it is not anything that we call property destruction or people are engaging in violence. I don't think it's a much of a problem unless there's a situation where violence is about to erupt. I'm sure that the security will definitely be able to move in and curtail the problem.
we see the entrances to the various stands now with gates. When do you close that gate? Is it going to be closed at a certain time of the game or maybe just
So yes, say for instance, most time when we are playing game, it would be announced that gate 1, for instance, is full. No more spectators can come in. Yeah, they say you want to find people trooping in still. Yeah. So at that event, once we have announced that gate 1, for example, is full, because all the gates get number, we know the capacity.
Yeah.
Then we close that gate so that nobody else can come in. Yeah.
So is it going to be closed
No,
until the game finish or?
Well, we can't do that because people got to move on. But at least for that moment, we close it. And when people see it closed, we redirect people to other gate. Because in the first place, no stand should be overcrowded. Because the seats are numbered. So once we reach our capacity, no one should be coming over there. But again, our Liberian people, they don't care. So we have to be sure that we are putting some measure that the gate will be closed at that moment, and maybe once we see the traffic, people start going to different gates, we open that again.
You mentioned.
You have a safety reason.
Oh yeah. You talked about ticketing earlier, just in passing. How will the spectators get tickets? How do they go about getting tickets?
Oh, we announced, and we got a publicity committee. We announced where the various venue where tickets will be sold.
Okay.
And when they will, and one of them today they will be doing something, making an announcement. So they will inform the public where to buy tickets.
Tickets were being produced by your sponsor Orange this time. Who's doing that? Any of the sponsors taking charge of the ticketing?
No sponsor doing ticketing this time.
This time, the ministry itself.
But we're working with some partners to see how our tickets can be produced, void or duplication. But this time, sponsors are not doing it.
They were coming, the security of the tickets.
Yeah, I'm working on
Okay.
with a company to see that there are features and there are other mechanism put in place so that we be able to prevent duplication.
So to the stadium, you see the long lines, people handing their ticket to enter. Will something change or it will just continue?
Well, I can't speak to that much here because I believe the deputy minister, who is the chairman on the county meet, is working on that. So at the appropriate time, once all the information is available, the publicity committee will be educating people on how things will be.
Okay, Minister, let's look at the counties, the jewels, especially for the football. You know, I mean, there are big games.
Yeah, big game.
Yeah, big games, and there where you organizers will be maybe overwhelmed, you know, by these big games. I understand my Bon County is playing Maryland. Yeah, Cordoba.
I talking to Sarah for so yeah.
Without a friend. Yeah. So let's see some of the fixture, Minister.
Well, on Saturday, the big game with Veracruz and Nima County,
Okay.
and you got Lofa and Grand Bassa, both kickball and football. So you know that will be huge.
It's a game to look forward to.
Exactly, and that will be on the 7th, which is Saturday. Veracruz with versus Nima County at 11 o'clock kickball. I mean Veracruz versus Nima, should I say?
Yeah.
And Lofa versus Grand Bassa County at 12 noon.
Okay.
And then in football again, Veracruz versus Nima County, defending champion, at 2 o'clock, and then at 4 o'clock, Lofa versus Grand Bassa. And on Sunday, you got your county, Bon County, going against Monserrado County, Babu with Divacola there. And then in kickball, and then Grand Crew will be going against Magibi in kickball, and in football, Magibi versus, I think this fixture, I don't know.
Makibi, Maryland.
Yeah, I think.
No, Bon County is to play Maryland in football.
I think there's an error in the fixture. I'm looking at it.
Bong versus
You get Bong versus Monserrado.
Maryland.
Then it's Magibi versus Monserrado.
Magibi
in football.
versus-
I don't know how is that.
It's
Makibi and Monserrat.
and Monserrado.
So
Bong
there's
and
In
Maryland.
football,
In
yeah.
football.
Yeah.
It's
Bong and Maryland.
Oh, Bong and oh yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Bong
yeah.
and Maryland.
Yeah, Bong and Maryland. I'm sorry.
In
Yeah, I'm
football.
saying that. Yeah. So in football, and these are all big counties.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately, the schedule had to be this way. We didn't plan it because
It play itself.
Yeah, it plays itself.
So I mean,
There are big events.
your own assessment of the talents. Let's come to the talents. I know you've watched. You were at the opening. You watched.
No, I was not in the country for the opening.
Oh, okay.
But I did watch the game between Grand Bassa and Green Gide.
Okay. What can you say about these emerging talents? Because after all, the country benefits from these talents.
Yeah, the concern that I have, and I gotta be quite honest, you know, the academy is meant for local teams, first, second division team, probably third to scout players, and also to see whether the national team coaches can look at new talent. But I have yet to see these talent excel. Back in the days when we were playing, most of the players that made their mark came from the national county sports meet. I am not seeing this with the national team since we've been having this county meet. I just don't understand why. Because there are many talents that we see in the county meet, but you know, we don't see them given the opportunity. I mean, I can't give a man the opportunity to come try, to justify. I am not seeing that, and in my view, then it defeats the purpose. One of the reasons we are hosting the county meet, because there are many big names that came to stardom in this country. They like Ezekiel Do, Rabo, Simamata,
Anthony
Pay
Topa.
David, Lepe David may so rest in peace, Billy Monster, them. Most of the people came from county meet, Francis Mayango Jala, they came to stardom. But today, have the county meet, we're not seeing some of the young talent we see in the county meet even make it to the national team, to even give a try. So I think our coaches need to look deeper into that. I mean, not everybody that may be a first division player or second division player to be on the national team. But the county meet is there to recruit players, and we have a track record of people who have come from county meet and made it. Then we must also look at those talents. So I hope that we'll be able to see someone. I saw some very good talent in the game with Grand Jida and Grand Jida and Grand Bassa. Yeah. There was a guy with number 22 for Grand Bassa, and I thought he was the most dangerous guy on that team, but for some reason the coach substituted him. I don't know why. Because on that left side, the Grand Jida number 2. If I were the coach, I would have kept putting the ball to him because he was always driving that guy and went through. He was a dangerous guy. And also, Grand Jida, I think it's number 22.
Number 21.
Number 20, 21?
21.
The short guy.
Yeah, 21.
They have some guys with good talent.
So as much as we call on the players themselves to be disciplined and move their career forward, the coaches and these post or football authorities too need to watch out for these talents from the counties.
Yeah, they need to
help them.
They need to look at those talent because the young folks get talent, and you have to help develop their talent. Okay. But to develop that talent, you must give them the opportunity. Okay. If some of us were not given opportunities when we were coming up, we would not have been where we reached.
So, Minister, let's look at prices. Koluba, you have something?
Yeah.
The various prices. Let's say you qualify for the next one now, as the 8 counties have. Do you benefit something even if you are knocked out from?
Well, I mean, all those that have come to Morovia, besides the individual prizes that will be given out, maybe for Mayor de Mage, MVP, what have you, I believe at the end of the tournament, there will be cash prizes given, like we usually do at the Echo Bank. I didn't mention them. It's one of our sponsors. Last year they provided cash prizes, and I'm told this year they're prepared to do that. But besides that, every county that comes to Morovia, they receive a share of the getting as well. Okay. Other than that, only individual players will receive some award. Like I said, they get Mayor de Mage, what have you do, very well. We usually give.
Yeah, also kickball.
Kickball as well, yeah. They'll be receiving all of those.
But at the end of the competition, champions, runners-up, what do you have?
We always get cash prizes.
I know, but do you have...
How much there?
Well, Deputy Minister Andy Kwame has not told me what he is a portion for the... the county is run by the sport department. So he's when we Echo Bank once that information becomes available, we'll make it public through the public.
But don't you think the counties need to know at this time so that it motivate them?
Well, it's a
let them know what the fight is.
They're still looking for
well,
sponsors.
they know that every year we do that. So I don't think that should be an extra motivation because they know we do it.
No, I mean that the amount.
Well, I'm sure
I'm
sure that will come out before the tournament starts on Saturday.
When you are preparing for this event, do you have like a roundtable discussion with the legislature? I mean, those in the Senate and the representatives that are in charge of the youth and sports committee at the legislature. Do you sit with them and try to tell them the importance? I hear some people saying the county meeting should be developmental, on the basis now that when a county wins, we give that county a special development. Do you sit and have a roundtable discussion with the chairs of these committees?
Yeah.
No, we don't, but I think I would take your suggestion on advancement. It's something we need to do. And I do support the developmental aspect of the county meet. If a county wins, I think there's a need to do something because that is one way to induce people, to encourage more competition, but people be able to say, look, I will do my best because if I win the county meet, I'm going to get X, Y, Z, some structure. But again, it comes with funding. I think very well we need to hold a discussion with the Senate and the House Committee on Youth and Sports and see whether this idea is something that can be supported through the budget. But I think having something of a structure to show that this year this county won the county meet, and because they won the county meet, this was constructed.
Yeah. Or this road was paved.
You know, this something was done. I mean, it's something that we can look into.
Okay.
I mean, we should have shot those good ideas, but it's something we can begin to talk about and see the possibilities. But it's an idea that I welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so if you just joined us, you're listening to the Super Morning Show on ELPC Radio. This morning we have Youth and Sports Minister Zeogar Wilson. My name is Varley Kamara. I'm here with Koluba Zeze. We can now interact with the public, Minister. So you can call us on 080-514-096, 080-514-096, or 0770-581-886. Let's listen to this caller. Good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Mike Bennett.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, you say what's your name?
Mike Bennett.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Mike Bennett calling for Buchanan President Street, one of Bon County Farmers.
Go ahead, quickly.
Let me say good morning to Minister Zeogar Wilson. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Yeah, look. Let me tell you, look, some people that they want to become.
You coming in broken. You coming in broken. You can change your location small.
Hello?
Yeah, you good now. Go ahead.
See, some maybe having some potential money.
I think we're finding it difficult with you. So let's take this call. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, morning.
Good morning, Good morning, Chief Zeogar Wilson.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Anyway, my name is Zeogar Wilson. I want to clinical star on the people board of Grandfather County according now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, happy to get good news because candidate of negotiation lead for all appearance for the local side. But I'm happy to see my own minister talking as a candidate business, but I know that when Pastor coming down again, local candidate will be successful, will be local candidate victor. I agree with that, but I give glory to yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Lawrence Sen.
Yeah, let's hear you quickly. Go
I
ahead.
do join you from the Canada on the Japan Freeway this morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you ever so much, and thanks to the Minister in Freedom, Mr. Zeogar Wilson, we say many appreciation for your explanation. But my concern has been shown to the spectator from which the security, they will provide the security for themselves. People are just free get entry to the citizen of all the security on their own. For them to when is it first or second June free?
Okay.
Because you will not pay there, and when what you pay there, that there will be a free service for them. Stadium, they will be able to use that media to maintain. But many people when they use money.
My man say 500 around the fee. Yeah, 500
You're raising money, man.
What you talking
Yeah, morning.
Money.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Thomas. I'm a socialist. I grew up from Bon County.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, let me start this things to the Honorable Minister, but then I have a recommendation in the sense that since I started knowing content made, I haven't heard about any other country who's in a big age. So I think it is necessary that this come around, after this, the next season, because all of the time it should be Maserati, the biggest should be go to Maserati. The only way we can express better economic improvement in abroad is football. In the sense that if the big aid is to come in Bon County, you see that the economic system of Bon County will improve.
Oh, okay.
And then you explore. Yeah, so I think it will be right in that manner. In the sense that if Bon County happens to win this year's county meet, then the next season the minister will now say the person who has won the county meet last season will be hosting a big aid this season.
Okay, thank you. That's your recommendation. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, what's your name?
My name is Michael Sari. I call from like F2 from the
Yeah, quickly, go ahead.
I heard a minister of sponsorship how the bureaucracy to really try to get sponsors. Yes, it's doing the government also posting a small subsidy in to help the country. But they too, they are sons of football. The minister is a son of football.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
My name is Tony Brooks. I'm calling for the Bloodline community.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to give a very big thanks to the minister in the studio. Actually, he very explained. He very explained. So I just want to appreciate. But I want to recommend. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah, I'm recommending what we have female referee in the.
Okay, female referee.
Yeah, I want to recommend.
Okay, so yeah, we can end the call. Then the minister can respond to some of these concerns. The last one, like female referee in the
Yeah, I
tournament.
think we've had female referee in the tournament, and I think that will continue.
Okay.
And one of the things I just want to throw it out there that we are discussing is that we may be going towards having the various federations oversee all of the technical aspect of each of the disciplines. So for instance, for the national, we are in discussion, and I think it's a discussion that the public can even chip into. So on the football aspect, we want to have we start a discussion with the Liberal Football Association. So all of the technical aspects handled by the Liberal Football Association, be it the refereeing of it, the schedule, the rules, and everything have to do with football in the country, strictly under the auspices of LFA. We do the same for kickball, we do the same for basketball, what have you, every discipline. And the Ministry of Youth and Sport and Internal Affairs continue to remain the umbrella implementer, but that just that the Bureau Federation now will be handling the technical aspect of the game. Those are discussions we're going to start, and I think we need to go in that direction.
Okay.
There was a caller that talked about why we can carry the games
Yeah.
to other venues.
Yeah, so the big eight goes
The
to.
basic problem with that is capacity.
Okay.
There is no stadium in any county that can host a crowd. No stadium can take, more than 5,000 in the county. SKD was 35,000. You used to see how overcrowded it used to be. So we hope and pray that we have bigger facility in other counties so we can move the big eight to those counties. But unfortunately, we can't move it there now because we don't have the capacity. And the stadium, there may not even be capacity for hotels arrangement that will host the folks that will be going to the rural county. So there's more work we need to do to take the county. We also have that is just the basic problem, I think.
Until then, the opening will be hosted in.
Yeah, we say could have the preliminary in various counties, and then the big eight come to Moray because only Moray have the facility to do that. And SKD Sports Complex.
I think the other guy did not understand when you talk about, security, spectators helping to be patriotic.
Yeah, no, there will be security for the event. All I was trying to say in the various stands, we may not have security policing everything there. So we as citizens gotta be responsible citizens and have to be our own security that makes sure that our colleagues don't do anything destructive. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Finally, from my end, the players coming to the ministry to protest for pay. How do you see that? I mean, I have condemned it, but how do you see it? Is it embarrassing the ministry? Come to your working place and demanding that you make Grand GD or somebody to pay them?
Well, I see it that we are the entity responsible for sports in Liberia and we are the organizers. So if they go to the county leadership, nothing happening, they try to seek redress from us. And we just have to do our best to intervene, like on, I believe, Friday. I was there, Grand Gida kickball team came there, and then the team manager for Grand Gida came, you ought to talk to them. But these are things that the county leadership need to address before it gets to us. But for some reason, they are not doing it. And when they come to us, We just have to call the county leadership and see how best they can resolve
This is
the
an
issue with
every
the county.
year thing.
Every year issue. Every year they do. And that's what I'm saying.
But should you
We need
make
to-
that a mandatory?
Well, we don't run the administrative arm of any county. We don't run the national
pay the
county
players
sports
before.
league. And that's why we give them money. And like I said, what we give them is subsidy. They're supposed to raise money on their own to cover all their expenses, including the per diem they give the players. So I hope that they can organize better so that we don't have players complaining, people on Facebook doing I want to do roadblock, and to the players. I mean, you can't disenfranchise others because you are upset with your county. Because I saw on Facebook one county was trying to even block the road, block the entrance to the hotel where they were stopping. You can't do that because what your county administration did to you doesn't mean that you should affect other people's movement.
Okay.
So these are behavior that the players really need to get away from, actually.
Okay, well, he's youth and sports minister.